every revolution or every political movement or any kind of change, and having someone, okay, CIA, which is fucking for you to call me CIA when you know I'm not.
Everything was politicized. It was, oh, this is when we became the left versus the right. But both sides are trash. In COVID,
his own thing. So it seems to be that money's the issue, that like we're using money and that's how politics is being pushed. Because now we've seen what someone does when they use their own money, and it doesn't seem to be a solution. So I feel like we take money out of politics, we'll have a much better political system.
Politician, you think they're gonna come out and tell me the truth? They was lying to my mama. They ain't gonna never tell us.
So everybody, we look at certain things just because, oh, this happens in the hood or we see this every day. All the way up. These people were speaking truth. King, we could talk X, we could talk it all. They were speaking truth.
What's going on in anyone's mind, but let's take it as a given that Gray's argument is true, that the argument to not have ID is that it would be discriminatory versus certain socioeconomic brackets or something. It's like
the world's greatest trial run of what people will do and what people won't do. And we are the only country on the planet that really fought against the government. A lot of it,
because you focus on 80-20 issues. I'm looking at the Epstein issue as we have 80% of the information we need to prosecute these people that actually did anything, but you're focusing on the 20% trying to take down Donald Trump, which you're never going to get. So I'm going to keep sitting here with a smug-ass face on every single day.
I'll explain. Good question. I'll give you the answer. The Republican Party constantly talks about transgenders and transgender surgery to minors.
I'm mostly on the left ideologically, but I don't associate with the Democrats because they're not ideologically on the left. The Democrats are clowns, and they're also losers.
About to be any engaging conversation. It's not about to be any discourse about different political ideologies, what works and what doesn't. If that is the outcome, right? For example, I'm not going to go and just put myself in the middle of a KKK rally.
Verify me, not a fucking Fed. They always do this. I'll say this, right? But they did the same thing to Nick. We've seen the video. They'll call people who are genuine and authentic Feds because
the interesting thing to me is that the ones that claim that they believe the Constitution are now trampling the Constitution. The ones that said they believed in the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, right, are now going against the freedom of
leadership perspective.
Y'all have no plan. They'll never talk about nothing positive about the Democrat Party. Everything is just anti-Trump. They're not willing to have a conversation. They call us fascists. We willing to have a conversation. Charlie Kirk's willing to have a conversation.
Women need to shut the fuck up. Blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
Would you like to clarify what you meant there?
That's all true. That's 100% true. Everything I said in that clip is true.
Including that blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
Yeah. Yes.
You just said blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part. You didn't clarify that you were talking about black murderers.
Right. No, you're right. That's a good addition to that. That's a great point.
You think it's funny or?
I do. I think it's hilarious. And people vote with their feet. People would rather pay a much higher property tax.
Most mass shootings.
What's with the interruptions?
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you know what percentage of white people are school shooters?
I'm curious. I'm curious.
What proportion?
I'm curious whether your advice would be to people who have kids in these schools.
Wait, is my mic working? What proportion?
Should they avoid?
I'm saying what proportion of white people have committed school shootings? Are you playing dumb, or are you just not that smart?
What difference does that make to the
So are you playing dumb, or are you actually dumb?
Maybe
it's
I'm
about
dumb.
proportionality.
Maybe I'm dumb.
Well, you know what Ye told me? I'll tell you verbatim what he said. So you use the N-word. I said, yeah. He goes, well, when niggas are being niggas. I said, so true. That's so true.
Oh my God.
Ye, if you've ever met him in real life.
I have, yeah.
Okay, well, then you know. He's nothing but polite, considerate.
Actually, he was very rude to me the last 2 times I interviewed him. He's a supreme narcissist, and he's also.
You keep interrupting me. You're very rude. Are you black?
Because
you're being very rude by interrupting me right now.
Because I just find it extraordinary that you would think the Holocaust could ever be something that we could joke about.
Why, too soon?
Are you joking, or do you actually think he was very fucking cool? Because I think he's very fucking a monster.
Okay. That's a clip. I think he's very fucking a monster. Do you hear yourself?
Yeah,
I mean, can we all grow up?
I do.
Can we all grow up?
He murdered 12 million
childish.
people. He murdered 12 million people. What is very fucking cool about that? Tell me.
The edits. It's just cool. The uniforms, the parades, it's
for shits and giggles. What is it? What motivates you to say something like Hitler was very fucking cool?
It's for this. It's for all of this. And the lack of self-awareness is amazing. You're a boomer. You're a 60-year-old boomer. And we've spent maybe 3 minutes on you saying, he's a really fucking monster. He incinerated people. And I'm sitting here saying it's not that serious. It's not that deep. They've told us.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Party. Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel. We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm Kamal.
I'm Kim.
And tonight on the new party, we are talking about a very, very controversial topic tonight. We have 2 topics tonight. So if you're watching, we will be first talking about the Piers Morgan, Nick Fuentes interview. Very cringeworthy. Kamal, it's only 3 of us tonight, so you are the star of the show. What did you think of that first clip?
First of all, before I get into this, the spicy hunky Nick Fuentes, do you see in the chat? I guess the crackers are out tonight. Bro out here said, I'll block all black channels. Okay, get your stank ass on somewhere and tell your mama stop sucking on your brother's dick. Anyway, shout out to my brother, the Black Americans House. He came through from TikTok. I appreciate you tuning in. You feel me? This interview funny as hell to me. Yeah, Piers Morgan ain't about ish either, bruh. He be acting like he care about black folks. No, he don't. He be on the bull jive, all right? But back to Nick Fuentes. I told you he one funny ass spicy hunky, ain't he? But this my thing. I think he learned his racism, right? From his damn poppy.
Oh, we gonna get to that. That's
yeah.
We'll play that one next. We'll play that one after Kimberly speaks. Yeah.
Okay, we do the clip first before I get into it. Yeah, but Nick Fuentes, man, I ain't gonna lie. I think he mad because a black man didn't pound out his ass cheeks. He always got something for black people, right? All the goddamn time. And let's be real, we know that Nick Fuentes don't like women. Allegedly, he like men. All right. And this is my thing. don't be mad at people like this. You supposed to be trolling them. Are you kidding me? Bro, do all this double talking. You feel me? I'm like, bro, if you really about upholding that weak ass ideology of white supremacy, because that's what you're doing, then cut half yourself off, nigga. Do it for the white race. I want to see it. Come on, Nick Fuentes. I believes in you, bruh. God damn. And then this is my last thing, and then I'll let Kimberly go. This is why artists, actors, athletes do not represent the black fucking community. Because he said his friend Kanye. Yeah. That nigga don't represent us. You feel me? Yeah, this Nick Fuentes. The blacks, my black friend, yay. He don't feel like a nigga. I'm Nick Fuentes. The Jews and the blacks. I want some penis. Boy, if my top don't shut the fuck up, let me on there with my top. I'll match the same energy. Oh, I love the trolling. Gee. Anyway, I'll let Kimberly go out.
Oh no, like honestly, I'm vibing. You can chill, because you make me laugh.
I gotta talk some more shit about the spicy hunky Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Well, let's play the dad clip because
yes, please play that.
Out. Nick is very upset. Nick knows his real name. We know where he really lives. Yet he's mad that Piers Morgan asked him a question about something that he talked about on his show. Like, you opened yourself up to this. But nevertheless, let me play the clip. This is him asking him about his dad.
Me and my sister would say Applebee's, and my dad would say we would never eat at Applebee's. Not in a million years should you be caught dead, Fuentes said about Applebee's. Go to a different restaurant, a local restaurant. No Applebee's, no Red Lobster. That is commonly known as black fare. And you also shared another story about your family and restaurants. Said before me and my sister were born, my family had a saying about Olive Garden that contains the N-word that we're not allowed to say. So my question, based on that anecdote that you say on your own podcast, is do you think you grew up in a racist environment, that your father was inherently racist, and that thought process moved to you?
Well, I would say it's a new low. I've been attacked for being a racist many times, but to attack my father, to attack my parents based on anecdotes, I would say that's sort of a new low.
Hang on, it's your anecdote.
Yeah, but he's not here to defend himself.
You are.
And my parents are.
You told the story.
And I will. And I'll
I'm not trying to ambush you. As I
them.
said at the start, Nick, to be clear.
No, it's not an ambush.
Nick, to be clear,
I think
I'm not
understands.
ambushing you. I'm literally reading an anecdote that you revealed on your podcast.
No.
The story, I'm just curious. So when you told that anecdote, which clearly on the face of it is racist, right? You're basically saying your father made racist decisions about where you would go as a family to eat. Are you saying, well, I'm just going to ask you a question. Are you saying that when you told that story, you didn't mean to infer that he was racist? And do you understand why when somebody like me reads that anecdote for the first time, as I did this week, I reach a different conclusion?
Well, I understand what you're doing, which is a sort of making of a murderer. How did he become racist? Well, his father didn't eat at Olive Garden because he said that's not real Italian food. Hang on, can I? What's with the interruptions? Can I explain?
I'm literally reminding you of something you said on your show, which led me to conclude a certain thing. If I'm wrong, tell me.
Yeah, it was said in jest as a humorous anecdote, and now you're trying to spin it into a narrative, which is his parents are racist. He comes from a long line of racists. And I think everybody knows my parents are boomers. Mm-hmm. And these people come, well, you're a boomer, I guess, too, in a way,
60.
right? You were born in
60.
19? Yeah. So you're a boomer also. Or maybe you're a Gen Xer. I suppose it's sort of on the cusp. But it's a humorous anecdote. These are kind of the attitudes of baby boomers in society. But you're trying to spin it into a narrative, which is you're a product of your environment. Your dad's racist because of this joke. Now you're a racist. And I don't think that's a fair characterization.
Okay, so my thing is, guys, he shared the story about his dad. I see what everyone's saying in the chat. don't throw a stone when you live in a glass house. Shout out to the black man's house. He said, but Piers, you have said racist things in the past. Let's not bring up why you were let go of your last job. But why bring up the daddy? Kimberly, what's your thoughts? Do you think his daddy is racist? What do you think? Do you think it was relevant?
Yes, and yes. Only because I think there are lows, certainly. I think there are limits to, as they were having a debate. This is why I hate debates. But he spoke about it on his podcast. He's quoting him directly. And then at one point, Nick gets really offended and says that his dad can lose his job for Piers Morgan bringing it up. But Nick had already brought it up. So the reason why it's in discourse is because Nick had already brought it up. And in the greater context, these are two really great debaters. I normally don't like Piers Morgan's style. I think he can always do it better. I think he does try to do the gotchas a bit much rather than going into like depth. And I think that was a mistake because I've seen Nick Fuentes in long form with Dave Smith, and he does go into the depth. So if you peel out the layers, then you'll really show him out to be for the fraud or racist that he really is without getting that flippant response that Nick was giving because Nick didn't like the gotcha format, which is what you should expect going into Piers Morgan. And then secondly, they were both at times calling out each other's logical fallacies. Like with respect to the father conversation, the logical fallacy there is that Nick Fuentes is trying to say that it was a red herring. It's irrelevant, but it's not because it's in the discourse that he had already brought up. So in that sense, it is fair game. He's a public figure. He's putting his information out there. And I think that that would have been, I think there was a lost opportunity there to really dive into something that Nick touched on, which is we all are a little bit racist, right? Especially within our cultures, you know? And especially within the cultures that tend to like, there was a part in that conversation where he says that he doesn't want to marry outside of his race. And he says that a lot of cultures don't want to marry outside of their race. That is true. A lot of subcultures like to marry within their own race. And especially here within the United States, because cultures, races, backgrounds, ancestries, they tend to, cling together. So it was a lost opportunity there, I think, to dive into like the real conversation there, which I think, sadly, Nick has the capacity to indulge or at least dig deeper into it. But yeah, I think his dad is fair game for sure. And I do think that is racist. I've heard my parents say racist shit, especially of that generation. Everybody's parents says racist shit. My grandmother said even more racist shit. People don't like to talk about it, but I mean, I think racism here in America isn't as bad as racism is in other countries. I've lived it in Mexico. You can see it. My friends have lived it in Europe and Asia, and I've heard things that are much worse than the things that you see here now, with respect, after the civil rights, obviously. But
hey, Kimberly, before he could come on, goes, can black people be racist? This guy said black people can't be racist.
all people can be racist. Nobody's immune.
Come on, can black people be racist? Your homie said black people can't because y'all ain't get y'all checked.
Now, this is my thing. I think people prejudice. I think most people too broke to be racist.
Because you think it's a power thing.
Yeah, I think racism is a power thing. Like you got to be able to withstand people to be racist. Everybody prejudiced though. Shit, I believe that. I don't believe everybody could be racist though. People ain't got the pocketbooks for that shit. You feel me? That's my stance on it though. But I see y'all in the chat. Hell yeah. I will say this. Shout out to my FBA sister Kelly. But damn, I gotta disagree with you. It's all fair and game for the goddamn spicy hunky Nick Fuentes when it comes to him coming on the platform. He said that all blacks need to be in jail. That includes you, Kelly. He said we should be in jail. Throw away the key. That was his words. But what I'm saying is like what you said, Nora. He said the shit on the platform. He was kikiing ha-ha with his whole imbecile
Groypers.
Yeah, the Groypers. Why would you name yourself Groypers? That's too
weird, like
somebody.
molesters.
Yeah, god damn. It's a weird name, but I'll say it's all fair and game because you said it on your own platform. If you don't want nothing to be said, don't say it on the fucking platform. On your own shit. Right? That's how I feel about it. You feel me? And then it's like we're seeing that this shit is kind of like he learned some of this stuff. It's like learned behavior.
Yes.
True.
Right?
But the crazy part is the dad is the Mexican.
Oh,
No.
Mexicans are very racist. I've grown up. I'm Mexican. I'm letting you know right now. I've always grown up being told, "Oh, I'm pretty because I'm güerita. I'm pretty because I'm light skinned. Oh, you're pretty because you came out güerita. So you're lucky." So there's a lot of colorism in Mexico. I can speak to that.
Don't let Skeptic hear this shit. She
Oh.
gonna be like,
Where's Skeptic when you need
you
her?
need to be all the way. Shout out to Skeptic. We don't want to stop on constitutional rights. But my thing is this. Nick Fuentes, you cannot be mad if somebody brings up shit to you because you seem like a person that's no holds bar. Mr. Hey, the First Amendment right, we should all be able to say whatever the hell we want to say. And then you got Piers Morgan out here questioning your daddy, talking about going to Applebee's. First of all, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, the Red Lobster, bro, is kind of right. But
yeah,
get the fuck out of here. That's Redneck Central. All right.
I agree. It's the same here in California. Oh, you're in San Diego.
Yeah, I'm in Dago. So it's
Yeah.
California.
Well,
Yeah,
same here in
Applebee's is
Florida.
more like a white people like.
Yeah, I don't know. The Red Lobster was on point. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what I mean. Like Nick Fuentes, this goddamn burnt cracker. You feel me? You know, he's funny at times. I'm like, oh, your daddy said that. Oh, okay. Your goddamn how you say daddy in Spanish, Kimberly?
Papi.
Papi.
You know, it's Papi. You know what I mean? He a little on the hunky side too. We heard the joke, but half of it was kind of funny.
He's half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is.
But he went scorched earth on Piers Morgan on his show. He like when Nick gets mad, he gets really mad. I'm gonna play this clip, guys. He's crashing out here. This is him going off on Piers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was like really antagonistic, but in the beginning, he caught me off guard. That was so shitty what he did with my father. Because he knows what he's doing. He says my dad, he docks my dad too. He says my father's name and then says, "Oh, your dad's
that's
racist."
not right.
And this
I don't
is
agree
his
with
name.
that.
That was low. And everyone knows what he was doing there. Everybody knows. And now you put a target on my dad. I hope you know that. So
Poor
I hope
dad.
you're happy with yourself. And that is out of line, actually. Family should be off limits. I'm in the arena. You want to call me a racist? I'm the one doing the show. My father's not a public figure. He's not political. So that's the only part that did bother me because that is bullshit. And I won't get mad. You can attack me all you want. I don't care. But, you know, my father, leave him out of it. He's a civilian. And that was low. I mean, you should know better than that. You're on television. You've got 1 million+ followers on Twitter. You're a major celebrity. You're naming a random private person. And he knows that he's inciting political attacks on my dad and my family and my parents' fucking livelihood. My parents have cancer. They're fucking sick. And they're at retirement age. And they're working their fingers to the bone trying to retire, trying to fucking stay alive. And he got douchebag calling him racist. And he knows what he's doing, saying his name on the air. That wasn't right. And the difference between me and everybody else, you want to go after families, okay, now there's no limits. You want to go after families? We could play that game. Your family's greenlit then too, Piers. Your family's greenlit as well. So Fuck you and your family. Fuck you and fuck your kids. You bring my dad into it, you're all greenlit as far as I'm concerned. So you don't play that. That's BS. I don't like.
I got something to say. I've seen Nick's show, and Nick gets thousands of dollars in super chats, and I told you this, Kim. Thousands.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
Why is his parents still working? No, I'm serious. And
that's a good observation.
Him hundreds of thousands in cash apps and in what do they call Bitcoin, all the crypto. They've given him thousands of crypto. Why is he still working? He's literally a millionaire, and I'm not exaggerating.
Mm-hmm. He's probably just trying to play to the sympathy card.
I'll tell y'all why. Because his parents come from an immigrant lineage, so he don't fuck with immigrants. I'm just saying. I mean, like, my thing is this. You feel me? Piers Morgan said Berber's name. I didn't hear it. I don't know if y'all heard it, but if he said Berber's name and Nick Fuentes didn't say his father's name, then I'd be like, okay, that's kind of messed up because you is doxing me, right? But I can't feel sorry for a man that said all black people need to be in jail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I will say, when Nick was saying the most offensive things, it was flippantly because he was already pissed off. I will say that. That doesn't.
Yeah, I have
okay,
those
though.
things. I'll play them too.
That doesn't make it okay though.
Nora, can you do me a favor? Can you please bring up Timothy Taylor's one comment again?
I don't know where it is.
It says this time last year.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you can read it out loud. I don't know if you guys know this, but literally this time last year, maybe like a week out from like the anniversary is like a week or two. A man with a machine gun at arrow came to his house, and after he unalived someone else in another location, came to kill Nick, pounding on his door while he was live streaming.
He was going to take him down.
And yes, so the cops ended up coming and unaliving the person in the alleyway.
You know what was crazy though? Like the craziest thing Nick Fuentes said, he still blamed black folks for that white man coming to his door with the AK. He was like, man, the black crime in goddamn Chicago that's making this happen. It's like, Nick Fuentes, bruh.
And he was a white man too.
Yeah. Somehow we still the reason. He was like, oh, it's the blacks and the Jews. This is why it happened.
Well, I mean, this did happen in all fairness.
But like at the end of the day,
he got charges on that one. He's fighting that case.
He did, you know. But I just feel that, like, I don't know if y'all feel this, but do y'all feel that Nick Fuentes is trying to gain sympathy?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's a different person. Let me tell you guys, he is a different person on his lives than he is in these interviews. I stand on that.
He answered that question because Piers, I only got to half of it. But he did ask him that question, and I objectively liked his response. He says, I am going to be different when I am in an interview than when I am on my, and then he also kept touching on how he likes to joke because he's a jester, which that I believe is a cop-out because I don't joke like that with my friends. I think back to what Kamal was saying about prejudices, if we want to call them, based on racial prejudices. Clearly he's hateful towards certain races. He's just really biased and hateful and prejudiced. There's no way he isn't. So
yeah, he is. And here he is talking about how he feels about Hitler. This was another viral clip from the interview.
Try to come across as moderate, but every now and again the mask slips, and it slipped again here with what you say about Hitler. There's nothing very fucking cool about Hitler. We know that from history now. We know what he did. You've already conceded that he murdered at least 6 million Jews. So when you say he's very fucking cool, Jewish people watch this and go, this guy's disgusting. Why would he say this about someone who perpetrated such an evil? And what's the real answer? Why do you? Is it just for clicks? Is it for money? Is it just for fun? For shits and giggles? What is it? What motivates you to say something like Hitler was very fucking cool?
It's for this. It's for all of this. And the lack of self-awareness is amazing. You're a boomer. You're a 60-year-old boomer. And we've spent maybe 3 minutes on you saying, he's a really fucking monster. He incinerated people. And I'm sitting here saying it's not that serious. It's not that deep. And
not that
what
serious.
I'm getting at.
Not that serious.
Do you want to say more about he's a monster?
You're not a kid yourself anymore. You're not a teenager.
I know.
Right? You're nearly 30, to be clear. Yeah, okay? You're a fully formed adult who has a brain, right? And at some stage, that brain is taking you off these rabbit warrens.
Is this an interview or is this a lecture? Can I respond to what you're saying?
I want you to explain why you think it's fine to say how fucking cool Hitler is and to dismiss the very powerful 90 seconds from a British journalist who lost a lot of family members to the Nazis in such a callous, dismissive manner.
I don't think it's powerful. I think we've been hearing that our entire lives. Okay, the Schindler's List. Let's just be honest. The propaganda is over the top. We have been in America.
What about the Schindler's List? Tell me about the Schindler's List. Well, tell me about the Schindler's List.
I'll tell you about it. We have been browbeaten as a people, as Americans, as Westerners, for our entire lives. And do you know what this has done? It has taken away any sense of pride, any sense of love for our own civilization. We have been made the villain in our own story. We have been made because, well, let's just be clear. It doesn't begin and end with Hitler is a monster. This has been the political narrative, which is why we have thrown open the borders. This is a political narrative, which is why we can't be a conservative society as a whole anymore, why we can't be proud of Europeans, why we can't be proud of being Christian, because they've told us if you're too white and too proud and too Christian, it's going to lead to a Holocaust. And so my generation, our entire lives.
Honestly, Nick Fuentes,
and that's why people like me. That's why I'm popular, because this is bullshit.
Honestly,
yeah, it's a crock. We don't want to hear any more about me mom and me dad.
What
that's
you just
a crock of shit.
Me mom and me dad.
What you just said is a crock of shit. And you
it's
know
true.
it.
It's called the open society.
In your gut, you know it is. You weaponize this stuff.
You know.
You weaponize this stuff for money, but you know when you say something like what you just said.
I'm banned from banking. I'm banned from banking and credit cards. You know who you're talking to? I do it for money.
And by the way,
how much money you make? Your company's worth $100 million. Your company's worth $100 million. I was banned from Bank of America.
And you shouldn't
I'm
have
banned
been.
from processing credit cards.
And you shouldn't have been.
But I am. So don't tell me I'm doing it for money.
Well, ask me my opinion about that. I'll tell you shouldn't have been. Right? I don't agree with that. What happened to you?
Then don't say I'm doing it for money, because you know that full well, and you say it's a grift.
Much money? How much
if I
money
wanted
are
to be
you?
a grifter, I'd be like you,
How
and
much
I would
money
go
are,
and say,
how much money are you making?
I'm making a lot of money now.
Yeah,
now
told
that
you.
I'm the #1 live streamer in America, because people agree with me more than they agree with you. We're tired of hearing about slavery and the Holocaust and Jim Crow. We're done hearing about that.
Oh my God.
You guys
I'm not
overplayed your
done
hand.
hearing about that.
Okay.
He's a millionaire, guys. He's making a lot of money. I promise you.
He's a millionaire and he's not getting any pussy.
Oh, we'll get to that. I saved that last for you, Kimberly. That's the final piece of this puzzle. We're gonna get to that. Kelly said he's not the #1 streamer. I believe he's in the top 10, though. I can tell you,
He might be top 10 for sure.
Rolling that money. I mean, $500, $100. I've never seen so many super chats in my life, y'all.
Yeah.
Kaitanat is #1. You're right, Kelly.
And
right.
I think Candace is up there past him.
Yeah. You know what I mean? This is my thing with Nick Fuentes, bro. We knew you was fucking grifting, bro. What I've been saying for months. He grifting. People take him too serious at times. Like, you feel me? They get all angry and riled up. Oh, man. Troll these motherfuckers or just ignore them. Best thing would be kind of ignore them because then they'll fall flat. But if not, troll their ass.
Mm-hmm.
They're not used to that. You feel me? And he already gonna have his audience base. There's a lot of people out here that love Nick Fuentes. They love that goddamn Norman Bates cut that he got. They love all that bullshit.
He did it.
the blacks. Jews, okay? By the way, Piers Morgan, okay? You English muffin motherfucker. All right, nigga.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good on Piers Morgan for calling him out. I would have said that, like, oh, what a load of shit. I would have said something similar.
I do got to get on Piers Morgan's case, though. You saw he was way more riled up when the Holocaust and the Jewish people came. He was like, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, pal.
But the blacks, it was like,
he was like,
it was
okay,
like a conversation.
okay. Yeah. He was like, well, what about Kanye? I can't stand ye. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. But I will say this, Piers Morgan compared to, because Nick Fuentes has been on Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, right? He's been on their platform, right? Piers Morgan gave the most pushback, though.
Yes,
I agree.
He gave the most pushback in the most English way that you can be. You feel me? I ain't never heard an English person said fuck me before. That shit threw me off. So I'm just saying. So he did give the most pushback, but I could kind of tell where he kind of.
Yeah. And they're both grifting. You know, Piers does it for views too.
Oh,
Piers
yeah.
does it for views too.
The best part, though, of the interview was this, guys. This was the best part. And this is for Kimberly.
You're showing me parts I haven't seen yet. Go ahead.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
This is the best part.
One of the many theories about you, I've no idea what the answer is, and you haven't got to answer. But are you actually attracted to women?
I am attracted to women.
Perfect
You're
timing,
not gay.
Timothy.
No. But I will say that women are very difficult to be around.
Okay.
So there's that.
And do you think they should have the right to vote?
I do not. No, absolutely not.
They should stay at home?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So basically, you're just a misogynist old dinosaur, aren't you? For a young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm the boomer. I know I'm the boomer here, but actually, you're a 27-year-old dinosaur, aren't you? Aren't you, Nick Fuentes? All women.
I am.
All women are annoying. All
I'm a
women grow
fossil.
old. They all get fat. Says the guy. Have you ever had sex?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. Says the guy who's never got laid.
Down. Hold on, I can't play it. Hey, say I can play the sound effect. God damn.
Kimberly, do you believe he's never had sex?
No, he's being flippant. And that's what I'm talking about. Like with, we will give it to Piers. He did push back more than anybody else. And some of the parts he should have called him out, and he did. And I respect that, even though I'm not like a big Piers person. But I noticed right away, I only saw half of it. And I noticed right away that he was being facetious, flippant, unserious. Nick lost.
He said that multiple times that he's never had sex, actually. No, I agree.
Oh, he has? I didn't know that.
He's really a virgin. We're gonna get to the allegations against from Milo that just came out on him.
Is he celibate until marriage?
Yes.
No, he's celibate till Myron Gaines is available. Let's be real.
My home. There's nothing wrong with being gay.
No, it's nothing wrong with being it, but just be out and open with it. That's all we saying.
Maybe that's his problem. That's my theory with Lindsey Graham. I think that they just, they need to live their best lives. Then just maybe that's part of it. My homie needs to get laid. He needs some pussy.
Well,
we should help him.
Right on time. You know what? Speaking of Myron Gaines, this allegation, this is for you. Come on, we'll let you respond. This was on Myron Gaines' podcast last week.
Bro, look at Tom Brady, bro. Nobody's safe.
Yeah,
nobody. I've been telling people that.
Real quick,
nobody's safe.
In the Bible, King Solomon, right, known as the wisest man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he did? Everything under the sun. Women.
Which one's Myron
money,
Gaines? Or?
Sex, everything.
The guy in the suit.
He gave wisdom after that. How can you teach others when you've never been through it like that?
Oh, don't worry.
can't.
You're gonna learn.
So
all
to your
about
point,
him,
is it possible to tell somebody what to do
talk about him a lot.
if you're not doing the shit?
Do you is that whole for Nick Fuentes? That whole for Nick Fuentes? Because he's telling a lot of men how to behave. That little faggot. He is flicking himself off in his jeans in cars. I spoke to his ex-boyfriend's ex-boyfriend 4 days ago.
Wait, what?
Nick
Fuentes is gay. Hold on, guys.
Please. I'm just saying, does that advice hold for him? Because he's telling a lot of men how to behave. Getting flipped off in the back.
Let's not mention
Wait,
Nick.
Nick Fuentes is gay?
Guys.
Oh, please.
Guys,
You have not.
Let's
have
not,
you, have
let's
you
not
met
talk
him?
about Nick.
You've seen,
I thought he was like a
Come on,
guys.
out of respect for him, they're friends.
Yeah,
Let's leave.
He's my buddy.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. You're good. I understand that you guys have your issues.
He brought it up, so I.
Yeah, but let's
Out of respect for you for the show,
please,
I'm sorry.
No, you didn't know. You didn't know.
I
don't know why Fresh asked that, but
no, I know you're friends. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. All good. I like
you
Nick,
shouldn't
I
be
like
friends,
you.
but I know you are.
So you know,
he believes in a nuclear family. Like I might get missed on some words.
Maybe
here.
we'll talk about it.
Okay.
In another context, because they're good friends, and I don't want to.
Nick is a good guy, and I know you guys have had your differences.
He's not a good guy, but they have a friendship that I think we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Gay is straight. We cool with him. Oh, I'm cool with him. Well, I don't know him. Actually.
I'm not commenting.
Hey, Mr. Rippy.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Rippy, is Myron gay? Put a 1 in the chat if Myron's gay. I know you know the T. Shout out to Mr. Rippy. I'm gonna get to meet him in person. We're gonna be hanging out. 1 in the chat, Mr. Rippy. You don't have to say yes. Is Myron gay? But before we go and answer, I gotta show Kimberly who Myron is. Come on, 1 second. Let me just play this up.
Okay.
Clip.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I know you were gonna have lots to say. Come on.
It was the guy defending him, right?
Woo! Miss W, Mr. Rippy. He said yes. 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat. W, Mr. Rippy. Mr. Rippy, I gotta tell you the story about Myron. We met him when we went to SAS. Remember? Shout out to Kamal. He was my producer that day. he was the nicest person. I will give him that. But here we go. Let me show y'all who Myron is.
Oh, I remember him.
All y'all niggas cap. Just to put your ass straight on the map. Yeah.
He's very happy around us.
I won't do it back. Yeah. All y'all niggas cap. Yeah. All y'all niggas cap. Yeah. Cap.
Oh goodness. Think about it. Chad clapping them cheeks. That Sudanese bussy going around.
Oh, I met him. Yeah. He was very nice. I will give him, and I think he recognized us because we've talked about him.
Honestly, that's how I am around my friends.
But we're women.
Exactly. I look it. If I ever grab my homie around the neck and try to kiss him on the earlobe, he gonna most definitely kick me in my fucking kneecaps and it's gonna tear my ACL and MCL. What the hell? No. What the hell is that? That shit crazy. But before I get into it, Kimberly, can you explain to people who Lindsey Graham is? Because some people is like not knowing who the hell that is.
Oh, Lindsey Graham, he is one of the most conservative senators of the United States. And he is, like, on a scale, probably one of the most pro-war senators ever. Yeah. He's probably worse than Marco Rubio. He's always just for war all the time. And he is a closeted gay. And
allegedly.
It's known. It's like a known thing. There he is. He needs to come out and he'll stop hating the world and he'll stop trying to kill everybody. Please, Lindsey Graham. There's nothing wrong with being gay. God will still love you. We will love you. Maybe you'll want to stop killing people all over the world. Please come out.
Man, for real. Lindsey Graham look like a stud.
No, he doesn't. He's not attractive. He's such a horrible person. He says some of the worst shit. He's a horrible person.
Leave his boyfriends alone.
He needs to live his best life. Oh, I love gays. I'm around a lot of gays all the time. He needs to come out. I'll be his friend. Please. I'll take you to a drag show.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, back to old Nick. Do we think that Myron and Nick secretly have a relationship allegedly? Because the way he jumped to his defense.
Didn't he sound like, that's my man's right there. You better not talk about Nick Fuentes.
Honey.
That's
He said it like 10 different times. He did keep saying
for marriage. Come on, man.
Come on, guys. Come on. Let's not talk. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. Look, this is my thing. I wish he'd fight that hard for his lineage, but he ain't gonna never do that. They going through turmoil over there in Sudan. God damn, I feel like we don't talk more about Sudan than this motherfucker. Goodness. Man, but yeah, that did sound kind of, a little kind of like, bro, like you and Nick Fuentes, man, y'all got a special bond.
I know.
Yeah, no, I felt it. I knew who he was when I was like, oh, it's that guy, because he said it like 10 times.
Yeah.
Like when I defend my friends, I'll probably just say it once, be like, hey, don't talk about my friend. But he just kept saying it and saying it and saying it. Which is fine. Maybe they need to come out too. Maybe.
Wait a minute, I have a question. Was Milo the white dude with the mullet?
British
That was
one. So
okay.
let me tell you guys about Milo. Interesting story.
Man, your mama ain't got nothing to offer. Jeff Herbert, go eat a dick, nigga. Anyway,
Milo is a former homosexual, and was married, and now he's divorced. He says he's left that lifestyle, and he's looking for a wife, and he wants to have children with a woman.
So he left the homosexual lifestyle to now
be a conservative straight male.
The guy Milo,
the British.
For real, so he going like the one Reverend, bruh.
That's why I asked, because I was thinking about the Reverend person.
Yeah.
He's leaving his lifestyle. So I don't know. As a believer in Christ, I do believe that God, if you have enough faith, maybe you can. I mean, who am I to say? Like, I've lived a sinful life before, but Jesus Christ has redeemed me, saved me, washed my sins. So who am I to judge someone else? I don't know. If he is, I think he is. I'm gonna look that up. Guys, it's Milo a Christian. If he is, then I believe you can. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sure Kamal has other views.
It's like, man, it's hard to get off that one train when you put the meat in certain areas. Like, I'm just saying, it's like, how real talk, women even think this way for real. Like, you tell a woman you trying to pursue, you like, hey, yo, back in the day, I was getting my ass clapped by this one dude. You feel me? Like, but I don't do it no more. What's up? I think most women be like, nah, I can't even fuck with you, bro.
That person's definitely bi.
Oh God, this is interesting. All right, guys, we gonna go to the last topic of the night. Everybody watching, I need you to hit that like button, hit that notification bell, also so you can know when we go live. And if you're watching, please support us by going and following all our pages. Go support Kamal. If you like his jokes, definitely check out his network and support Kim on Instagram. She has a nice big following there, so go check us out. But we're going to go to the next big topic of the night that is trending. Tim Pool loses it on Candace. Kamal, I gave you the double whammy of the honky crash outs.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Nora, I gotta do this. I have to give you air horns. I'm rubbing off on you. I'm rubbing off on a lot of people on the new party. People becoming apolitical.
Yes. I've gone more from the right to the center. No, but I will never go to your side, Kim. Sorry. Well, you're not even on that side. Kim doesn't even like that side.
Well, what side? What are we talking about?
The Democrat side, but that's
no.
for another night. Kim,
the
she doesn't even want to go to that side. But anyways, Tim Pool is associated with a lot of conservative commentators, but he now is distancing himself, made it very clear he's not a conservative. And let me play this crash out of the year. This is definitely it. This is him crashing out on Candace.
Owens is a fucking evil scumbag. She is a degenerate cunt.
What the heck?
She is burning everything down, and she's gloating and smiling while she does it. And you know what you fucking told me? She has no security. She doesn't fucking deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer. And all of these fucking conservatives out there that send me these fucking messages have no fucking balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these fucking messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't fucking DM me like I did something for you as you fucking cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which she's doing to me right fucking now.
Yeah, that was the...
I'm fucking done with these people.
She has security, just not on the level of you.
Oh, yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. She doesn't give two fucking shits. No one's out for her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy, and she doesn't give a shit about her security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my fucking property, and I have to live in the middle of nowhere. And I got fucking strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in. I got people showing up and beating up the residents who trying to live there. How the fuck am I even supposed to sell this property? And you know, it's all lies. It's all hypocrisy, and it is for the purpose of making money. And she does not live the way other people live. And she claims she liked Charlie, she loved Charlie, and she is burning everything down that he built because she is evil. She is evil. And I'll say it again: this conservative movement is fractured. It's fried. Whatever it is. Okay. Republicans are on track to lose the midterms. They were actually trending in the other direction until Charlie Kirk was murdered. And this is the point, isn't it? The most effective political assassination in history. And thanks to the likes of the vile cunt Candace Owens, she has turned Turning Point into the perpetrators of the crime that was against them. I don't get paid by any of these people. I'm not on good terms necessarily with Turning Point USA. They didn't invite me to their stupid event. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Oh, it's a stupid event now.
I started criticizing Candace. I'm not going to your event. I'm over all of this shit. The last thing that I need to deal with is a bunch of cowards in conservative media refusing to stand up to her. Megyn Kelly, come on. I appreciate the kind words, but come on. Such fucking pathetic bullshit. You know, and I get people saying, Tim, you know, thank you so much for talking about it. I don't care. I'm not doing a favor for anybody. I'm not doing this to benefit anybody. Nobody's paying me. There's no fucking Russia. There's no fucking Israel. There's just me sticking my neck out and then risking dying for what? A bunch of cowards that don't want to stand up to protect themselves? People like fucking Candace Owens?
I couldn't believe that she put you in the thumbnail.
What a fucking cunt.
Her piece today.
I'm done.
The idea that she'd imply that you...
Okay, I've had enough of him. He's disgusting. So much to say. I mean, my first thing is, why was he saying what her house setup is like? God, if something happens to Candace, Tim, you are responsible at this point because you just said she has no security. She's open. Come on, what do you think? What's your thoughts? Because I know you have mixed feelings on Candace.
I most definitely have mixed feelings on Candace. Let me just get this out the way very early. We know she's a Coonribian. Anyway, the thing though, Tim Pool, like, This doxing people, I don't like that shit. Don't be doxing people or trying to put people in danger and type of shit like that. Cause it's like that shit is not cool. I don't really like that at all. But this is me not protecting Candace Owens at all because, you know, at the end of the day, she used her Caribbean bias not to talk about Caribbean things, but she'll shit on Black Americans. And now she's changing up her stance to talk about a different type of thing at this point. And I see the grift. I think all these motherfuckers grifting. Get your grift on, y'all. Do your thing. Shit. Get your dough. Get your money.
I was just going to say, what do I need to do to make that much money?
What's up? What'd you say?
I was going to say, what do I need to do to grift that much money?
You're going to have to find that rich man that we're trying to help you find, Kimberly.
Yeah, but you see how these people are like, they flip all on and off. They're inconsistent.
I'll say this. This is the fastest way. After all the research, extensive research I've been doing throughout the years, the fastest way that you could gain an audience, just be anti-Black. Boy,
really?
your audience zooms through the roof.
That's crazy.
That's what I've seen, that if you want to gain an audience quick, just be anti-Black as hell. But I think Tim Pool kind of wrong for this and shit. And you feel me? He kind of lightweight doxing her in a sense. And I will say Tim Pool was right that, the Conservative Party is very fractured right now. And we're seeing it play out in real fucking time.
I agree.
So, yeah.
But I don't think the conservative party is fractured all just because of these commentators. I think it's fractured because we're not hearing from the top down. If you know what I'm saying, Donald Trump really has not addressed what happened to his friend, what happened to Charlie Kirk. It's not very clear what happened. We've been given dibbles and drabs of the investigation that they did, so it leaves a lot of questions. Now, granted, I understand there needs to be a trial first, but this is opening it up for all this chaos and confusion and rumors and this and that. And I'm not 100% on Candace's side. Let me be clear, because she like, oh, today is the day I'm going to tell you something important, and then you don't hear nothing. So I see their point on that. However, the attack on Candace is real, and I don't like him doxing her. I agree with you, Kamal. Kim, what's your thoughts?
If a man talked like that about me, I would be so flattered. I would be so flattered. I must have done something right for a guy to talk like that about me. I would honestly be esteemed. That esteems my ego. I don't know why he's that upset at her. I think especially if your job is to make opinion or commentary, you shouldn't be that upset about other people's opinion or commentary. A lot of these subcultures of like commentators and stuff really take away from like the actual things that we should be commenting on. So I think the worst kind of distraction, void of any real substance, is just people bickering back and forth. And for what? Like, he just went off on this whole rant trying to dox her. For what? And I'm familiar with Tim Pool. He really does need to wash that beanie. I agree, Kelly.
Dirty ass beanie.
Yeah, he's.
Candace claims that the reason why he's crashing out like this, Kim, is he's having financial problems.
I was about to ask.
Yes, he can't sell his business. He can't sell his properties. I don't know if you guys remembered. I will say this time last year, like maybe a few months before this time last year, like around September before the election, it came out that his boss was being paid by Russia, the people that.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and then he also was hanging out with old Netanyahu a few months ago and and I'm not going to comment on that necessarily, but he was taking a tax for it. So his credibility has been shot a little bit, and I'm sure his views are down. Kamal, as somebody that's been doing this a while, what do you think?
I was really about to ask that. I was about to be asked y'all, like, y'all really think that them conservative dollars is drying up for Burberry? I think that's what's happening though, because it's like
I think
it's
so.
It's a lot of finger pointing at just certain individuals within the conservative party, which they're very fractured right now. And you see it, but you see who's being top dog and who's like falling off to the wayside. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, but I think the biggest thing is he's now taken it to the level to stage an attack. That was the other thing. We touched on that yesterday on the Man Cave show on Monday night. Shout out to the Man Cave team, where he staged an attack. And I have this clip I want to play to you guys because this is wild. He claims that someone tried to take him out. I have two videos I'm going to play. One is by conservative commentator Cam Tigby. He claimed he called the sheriff's office. Let's hear what they said when he investigated the attack.
Sheriff's office. Sorry, I got tongue-tied. Sheriff's office.
No worries. Hi, this is Cameron Higby. I just wanted to call and verify receipt of a report that should have been filed with you guys, or an incident.
Okay. Do you have the incident number?
No, I have the name of the person and the incident. So there was a shooting in Tim Pool's compound, and I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that. It would have been last night, so it would have been the night of 12/5. It might have been reported the following morning.
Thank you for holding. I'm so sorry.
Yep, no worries. That's totally okay.
Yeah, we just got bombarded with an issue here, so.
I totally get it. No, you guys have more important things to do, I'm sure.
Okay, so it says here it was a third-party caller that called it in.
Okay, and what road did you say that was?
Oh.
Okay, got it. Cool. Just want to check if that would be the right road. So it's a third-party caller, and was it that incident I described where somebody drove up and kind of just shot at the place?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay. Well, I'm glad that's on your guys' radar, and that was in, right?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Okay. Thank you so much for verifying that. I appreciate it a lot.
So, guys, if you guys recognize him, it's because he was the individual leading the protests on the HBCU not long after Charlie was assassinated. They did this tour where they were going to these universities, and they went to about 4 or 5, and one of them was the HBCU, and it didn't go very well. So, Kamal, if you recognize him, that's who he is. Do you believe this call? Because I'm going to play another clip after. Before I play it, do you guys believe the authenticity of this phone call he just did?
Are you think it's possibly fake? He faking the funk?
I'm gonna play the next clip.
Oh, content over everything. Grifting all the way. I might have to change my grifting all-star team. You feel me? We got the top 5.
You think he filed an incident report on what?
So that guy, Cam Higbee, is nothing to do with this. He's a conservative content creator. He went in the chat. You see, they're talking. He went to Dearborn, Michigan recently. He was one of the people you saw. He also went to the I don't know if you remember, Kim. You weren't on our team at the time, but he went to the HBCUs, and he was the guy that got ran off. You remember the video they made when Charlie first died, and they were like doing the debates. So that's who he is. He also had a stuttering issue recently on Fox News. So people were making fun of him because of it. I'm not justifying that. I'm just describing who he is. Yes. So let me play this other clip and then we could respond. This is the other content creator who claims he called, and this is what he found out.
Yeah, hi. So my name is Adam. I go by Adam the Angler online. I run like a very small content creator, accounts on like X and YouTube and whatnot. Anyways, Tim Pool had put out a post on X on December 6th around 8 a.m. saying that there was a shooting that took place at his compound, I guess, his residence / business. I have a possible address but I'm not 100%, but I just wanted to call and just verify that he has contacted you guys like he said, because something about this just doesn't add up to me. So yeah, I just wanted to see if he's being honest or not, basically.
The only shooting I'm aware of is the murder that we had up on the mountain last month. I'm not aware of any other shootings.
Okay, yeah, no one would have been hurt necessarily. He said in his post that it happened around 1 a.m. on the 6th of December, saying that someone approached his property and allegedly fired 3 shots. But then he said what's that?
What's his name?
Tim Pool. He's like a fairly large content creator. He covers a lot of like geopolitics and whatnot.
Okay.
And so I believe he lives within your jurisdiction, as far as I can tell. So I just
there are no calls associated with him. A report was taken. So.
I'm sorry. Say that again. You said a report was taken.
I said I just ran his name in local. So if there had been if he had reported a shooting that we responded to in Jefferson County, it would have shown up in my system. And when I just ran his name, there's no calls associated with the shooting. Yeah, there's nothing for shootings or. And when I run his address, there's nothing coming up for it or his name.
Huh. Well, okay. I appreciate that. We'll see if he produces something more on this alleged shooting, because he's literally put nothing out other than saying there was a shooting and that he was in contact with police. And I've called you guys. You haven't heard of anything. And I even just talked to an officer with the Harpers Ferry PD and the Incorporated City part or town.
So y'all remember Jefferson PD. I mean, did he stage it? Did Cam stage it? Did that guy the cop just not know? Kim, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know enough about either of them, but that call was really, really annoying. It was like way too long. I think he's trying to prove a point. They're both trying to prove. Basically, Tim Pool on a live said 3 people shot him up in his house, right?
Shot up his compound.
Shot up
he has a compound. His chicken coop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this guy's calling his bluff.
Correct.
Yeah, both of them.
Okay. Maybe they're I think maybe Temple is full of shit, but maybe this guy's also faking the phone call. I don't even know if did he call the police department? I'm not sure if they would give out information like that.
Come on, would they? What do you think?
They'll give they'll tell you that a report was made.
Oh, okay.
They'll at least just tell you that. They don't really got get in, but they could be like, yeah, a report was made of this incident that happened on this date in this place.
I'm inclined to believe Tim Pool is lying. He probably, like we just said, is losing a lot of money, wants some attention.
He like a hoe. Let's be real. Let's call it what it is. He's trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Just hoe seeking behavior.
True.
Like, come on now, like Tim Pool, bruh. You got just take your L like a man, bruh. You lost out to Candace, Nick Fuentes. You feel me? You got hand over the conservative torch, bruh. Nobody want to listen to your ass no more. Go back to feeding your chickens. Make sure they have some eggs and sell some eggs. You feel me? That's how I look at it. You know. So I think Tim Pool, I think bruh capping. And it's kind of disgusting, but I ain't surprised.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's really going hard at Candace. He lost. I mean, he took a shot, he didn't win. And I just think he's doing this for attention. He likes attention because it's money. And then I'm gonna let this be the last clip we play. We do closing thoughts. This was the final thing where he said some pretty disgusting things and what he thinks about what's going on.
It's Charlie more than Candace Owens. Let me say that very, very clearly. I want to say it straight to the camera for all of her biggest fans, and then she can grab this clip and put it on her show. I do think it's absolutely hilarious that we're substantially smaller shows than hers, but she brought us up anyway. So thanks for saying my name, Candace. No one hated Charlie Kirk more than Candace Owens. She reviles him, she spits on his grave, and she smiles while doing it. Okay, quote over. And I'll say this because Charlie spent his life building out these organizations. Candace is doing everything in her power to tear them down. She hates Charlie. She hates what Charlie built, and she wants it to burn. She hates Charlie's family. She hates Charlie's friends. She's accused them of killing him. She's accused his wife of having knowledge of these events. And then she comes out and says, I never said that. Not in the literal sense, but there's literally no other logical conclusion to what you're saying. So when I look at Colvette and Bowyer and Blake and Erica and the people who work at Turning Point, and I say, you know, maybe they're not handling things properly and they don't know what to do what Charlie was doing. There's fears that Turning Point can't make it without Charlie. All of that is them trying to make Turning Point survive. Candace is advocating you abandon Turning Point USA.
Jesus.
Wow, that's a lot. That's crazy.
I don't even know. This is a lot.
You know, sometimes when I'm like, you know, going through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, my life is a mess. And then I see people say shit like this, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that bad. I'm doing okay. I'm not crashing out like this. This is pretty weird. He's going through it. He needs some friends. He needs some real friends to tell him, like, hey, my homie, stop going off on rants like this on a woman. You look dumb.
Unhinged.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think like let's not be fucking stupid out there, yo. Candace Owens most definitely loved Charlie Kirk. Let's not be dumb. Could she be kind of somewhat grifting off his death? I think a lot of motherfuckers is from Candace to his wife. I think everybody around him is grifting off his fucking death, but that don't mean that his ass. I think Candace Owens loved him. You know what? I'm gonna get. You said I could play the sounds, right?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to get into my conspiracy bag real quick. I think Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk had a certain type of relationship. If you get my drift. Yeah, I think they had a special relationship. You feel me? I put my tinfoil kufi on, and that's what I think. So I think Candace Owens did love this man more than we can imagine. All right. So Tim Pool off the hinges, like, you know what I mean? He just trying to get fucking content, bro. He just trying to say some bullshit. That's all I see. But hey, shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Y'all funny. Some of y'all funny as hell. I see y'all.
Yeah. Woo! All right, guys. This was a good show. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna start with some closing thoughts. Kimberly, let everybody know where they can find you and what your closing thoughts are.
Am I on the thing? Okay. I'm mostly on Instagram. I love talking about stuff. I will say a lot of the times when I see people like this festering in like the lower levels of emotions, right? So like in like the hierarchy of emotions up to enlightenment, on the very bottom are like anger, fear, apathy. And a lot of these podcasters, when they go off on rants like this, there's a really good book called Letting Go by Dr. David R. Hawkins. He quotes Jesus on there. It's a really good book. It just talks about letting go of those lower level of emotions so you can reach the higher levels of love and peace and all. That's what we gotta do. We gotta let go of our anger, our fear, and all that, so we can think clearly. Because a lot of people, including Candace, including Tim, have things to contribute to the conversation. If we're getting lost in a lot of this, it's a distraction and it's not contributing much, especially if, as a conservative, I'm not a conservative, but my conservative friends who are going off on Hinge like this, you're making it worse. You're not helping yourselves and you're not helping your movement. So I think just as Americans, maybe read a little bit more. Also, I will say a point that I thought about after. If his house really was shot up, he's a streamer. He has 100 cameras. I'm pretty sure he would have posted something about it to prove a point, or even when the police showed up, right? I'm pretty sure he would have posted, not just said it like that on the side. And then also back to the conversation about Nick Fuentes. I don't like his tone. I will say he's better talking to when you engage with him seriously, because you'll really get at his thought process. And I think if somebody would have engaged the conversation about his father in good faith, you would have caught him off guard. He wouldn't have gotten so defensive like that. And maybe we would have gotten to the bottom of it, because I think that has a lot to do. His upbringing has a lot to do with how he ended up. And there are like little kernels of truth to things he says here and there. And I think that's why people are drawn to him. And then also just observing I'm gonna finish it, but I got through half of the debate. Wasn't really an interview, it was more of a debate. And I think these are two really good debaters. They each have their own, they're both very intelligent people. So I think it was a lost opportunity to really actually get to like a deeper, maybe understanding. It's not to say that people are not unredeemable. I think possibly, maybe everybody is redeemable, but there's a certain way to go about it. And I don't think that was it, but it was fucking hilarious. And I agree with Kamal. Just like how I say Trump is hilarious, I think Nick Fuentes is really fucking funny. And he needs to get laid, my homie. He needs whatever it is, woman, man, whatever. He needs to get laid.
Oh Lord, not laid. Oh Lord, come on, you gotta follow. That was pretty funny. What's your closing thoughts?
That was hilarious. You feel me? First of all, I like this. Just us three was having a combo. You feel me?
It was nice.
Yeah, the flow was good. You feel me? Shout out to Kimberly. Y'all go follow her. She on Instagram. And you on TikTok too, right?
Yeah, I need to be better with TikTok, but I do have a TikTok.
Okay, she on TikTok too. Go follow her on there. She's more active on Instagram. And then the new party, I got the link pinned to the top of my chat. Y'all go follow and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. Also, if you want to follow on my end, Kamal Johnson Network. I saw a couple of y'all over there watching from over there. I do appreciate y'all. Hit your bird with a sub. Also hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. First of all, Ernest Jennings, I hope you fucking trolling, bro. Like some of the shit you saying in the chat is asking. He was like, they're both married with children. Why would they have an affair? And they both are very open about being Christians.
Oh my god.
What?
I beg your pardon?
Okay, I guess Christians don't cheat and have affairs. Second of all, I'm gonna talk about Tim Pool first. Berber's off the rocker, and let's be real, the conservative MAGA dollar ain't hitting his pockets the same, so that's why he going after Candace Owens. You feel me? This is no way of protecting Candace Owens. She's still a coon at the end of the day. You feel me? And yeah, they got their own fight that they gotta handle. So do what they do. Y'all keep doing it because I'm gonna keep laughing over here at y'all infighting. Now over to Piers Morgan and Nick Fuentes. I still gotta watch the rest of the interview. I'm more than halfway done. Piers Morgan, man, bro, you push back the most on Nick Fuentes of Nick Fuentes being on these platforms, but we saw how hyped you was over one situation over another situation. When it came to us black folks, you feel me, you were kind of like mild-mannered, you was cool. And then when it came to the Jewish Holocaust stuff, that was the first time I ever heard an English person say fuck. And I watched John Oliver way back in the day. And you know how raunchy John Oliver is. That was crazy. It seemed like Piers Morgan was ready to fight Nick Fuentes over that shit. But let's get to Nick Fuentes. The spicy honky. Berber funny as hell. Yeah. He funny, but his goddamn talking points, he's a double talker. 1 minute he's saying people ain't racist, white folks ain't racist, then the next minute, everybody racist. Oh, okay, Nick Fuentes, which one is it? Then the next he like, oh, the blacks need to go to jail. Piers Morgan, what about Kanye? Well, Kanye's a nice guy. I don't think Kanye needs to go to jail. Last time I checked, Kanye was fucking black. Even though he be borderline with that coon shit too. Nick Fuentes, at the end of the day, I think Burr Grifton, get your grift on, Burr. Nick Fuentes should not be taken seriously. Like he even said it himself. He just try to rile people up. That be the thing. So you gotta clown his Norman Bates face ass. That's the only way you win against somebody like that, because he coming in initially trolling. And like what Kimberly say, this what most of these motherfuckers do good. They'll tell you one truth and mix it in with 3 lies, and everybody be like, "Oh my god, yeah, this is most definitely." No, he just fucking lied. He told you one truth and mix it in with 3 lies. All right. And the last thing I gotta say is that Nick Fuentes, you can't be mad if somebody brings shit up that you done said on your podcast, because you said that shit about your daddy with that halfway funny joke. I mean, the Red Lobster, I was like, all right, bro. But yeah, it's like, bro, you said it on your podcast, and Piers Morgan bringing this up to be like, is this where you get some of your racist tropes from? So it's like, bro, you can't be mad, especially when you go after everybody and anybody. All right. So I hope Mop Top Head finds the man of his dreams. I mean, what the fuck am I talking about? Modern Games, bro. Can you slap this man cheek so he can settle the fuck down? God damn. Y'all, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just like, man, Modern Games and Nick Fuentes, take Nick Fuentes' booty virginity and marry this motherfucker so then he could be happy and stop focusing on us black folks. All right. That's all I gotta really say, you feel me? Keep on grifting. Get your grift on.
Get your grift on. Guys, this was a really good show. Shout out to the new party team. We were the 3 Musketeers tonight. If you come back, you will see a full balance on the left to the right. So we had the perfect mix. Kamal is apolitical. I'm more right-leaning, and Kimberly is more left-leaning. So you had a good balance of conversation tonight. But I'm going to talk to the internal division on the right tonight. We definitely saw that. We saw 2 extremes tonight on the right. We saw the folks that like Tim Pool, that are usually the Israel first folks, to the folks that are liking Nick, anti-Israel. So that's really the division that I'm really seeing on the right. But people keep saying what's going on inside the conservative movement right now. And honestly, it's simple. No one attacks conservatives quite like other conservatives. The biggest battles aren't even with the left anymore. It's happening in-house. different factions, different influencers, different agendas, all fighting for the same microphone. And that's the problem. The right isn't losing to the left, it's losing to its own echo chambers. Everybody's talking, nobody's listening, and the loudest voice becomes the one that divides, not unites. Conservatives are united in what they oppose and, you know, how we oppose things, but divided on where we're going. Okay, where are we going? Because if we don't get it together come 2026, it's going to be a blue wave. And I keep saying that. I keep saying that we need to get it together because it's about to be a blue wave. So I need everyone tonight, when you're having a conversation with someone on the right, when you're on the right, don't be focused on speaking. Be focused on listening. We all have the same kind of questions right now. We all want what's best for our country, and all this attacking and infighting is not going to get us there. But anyways, shout out to the new party team. God bless. Good night and stay safe.